What are you doing? Hey guys, thanks for joining me again today. I am, as you can see, doing a tag today, and I don't do a lot of tags, but a lot of the questions on this tag are actually questions that I get all the time, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to actually answer them. I am, of course, filming in my car right now, which is parked in my driveway, but this is the first opportunity I have had to film this, and I can't do it in the house because if Addie hears me, she will want me. And Chad tried to give me a chance to film this by myself in my car in the driveway because that's as far as I can get away from the kids right now. But Tenny saw me sneaking out. Say hi.
Hi.
So I bribed her with cookies, and now she's here with me. If you are a praying person, or if you send good vibes and healthy vibes, we would appreciate your prayers or your good vibes, whatever you want to send our way. The girls have had RSV this past week, and so Chad and I have had the resulting adult colds. And it's just been really, really tough. And so I'm actually trying to just get through this as quickly as I can. I want to thank Roxy for inviting me to do this tag. She's from Holo Holo Adventures. I'm doing this collab with several other ladies who I will tell you a little bit more about right now. And so the first channel I want to mention is Zesty Girl, that is run by Michelle. Michelle is an incredibly inspiring woman who is an entrepreneur and has several businesses that she started herself and now runs. She posts many videos, usually daily videos, I believe, covering everything from staying motivated, avoiding burnout, product reviews, and of course her Costco hauls, which are very, very popular. Next up is Roxy from Holo Holo Adventures. Roxy is a working mother with two beautiful girls and a lovely husband, Ron, who is actually a realtor in the state of Hawaii. He and the girls also have their own YouTube channels as well. What I love about Roxy's channel is that she shows you so many beautiful parts of Hawaii, including places to eat, things to do, and places you really want to visit while you're in Hawaii. She also does reviews and just lifestyle and day in the life content as well. I know you're going to love her just as much as I do. Next we have Simone from Simone Elena. Simone lives on the beautiful Isle of Man with her 3 lovely children and husband Ryan. She takes you all around the island, and you will not regret tuning in for that because it's such a lovely place to live. I can't believe she gets to live there. Simone also has very popular videos surrounding tips for breastfeeding, childbirth, and even xanthelasma removal at home, which I didn't even know what xanthelasma was before finding her channel, so thank you for your infinite wisdom, Simone. Next up, we have Kenyetta from K Renee. Kenyetta has a little bit of everything on her channel. She shows her family life, her lovely husband, Dion, who is hilarious. Actually, they're just hilarious together. I love watching them. She takes you around the Atlanta area, showing you different things to do, places to eat. I love her review videos and unboxing videos. I know you'll love Kenyetta just as much as I do. Next up, we have Charlotte from Mummy Cleans. I love this channel. Charlotte gives you weekly haul videos, including a meal plan, which is so inspiring, and it gives me lots of good meal ideas throughout the week. She also shows a lot of her 2 beautiful children, Mila and Jack, and that is a good thing because they are adorable. Charlotte also provides cleaning motivation and what I eat in a day and other lifestyle content as well. And last but not least, we have Helen from the channel Helen Grace. I am actually brand new to Helen's channel, and I am falling quickly in love with all the lovely content that I am finding here. Helen shares her positive birth experience on her video, as well as tips for motherhood, all things interesting, including grocery hauls throughout the week. She also shows her lovely son, Arthur, who I believe just turned a year old. Helen, it's been so good to meet you. You are so lovely. Please check her out, you guys. I know you'll love her just as much as I do. So please go check all of those nice ladies out. Their channels will be linked below, and we will get started. Okay, so the first question is, have you ever had anyone say anything negative to you about working from home or staying at home? And I've literally had no one say anything to me in a negative sense. And I'm not surprised by that. So I was working whenever I was pregnant with my second baby, and Tenny was 18 months old. You guys know I'm crazy about my job. I love my job. I miss it so much. But right now I also have another very important over full-time job of raising my 2 little girls, and we just can't make sense of me returning to work right now, especially since we have baby number 3 on the way. So now my job is to stay at home with my girls, and I feel very privileged and honored that I get to do that, and thankful. But you know, I'm really not surprised that I haven't had anyone say anything negative to me about staying at home, because, ooh, earring. We really just do not let mean-spirited people into our lives. We have no space for people who seek to bring us down and who are just mean-spirited and unforgiving and unfriendly. We really don't waste our time on people who choose to be that way. I think being a therapist has really helped me to set healthy boundaries with people, because I've seen people who have everything going for them. Their lives, you know, could be so wonderful and filled with happiness, but they have one person that's really just ruining all of it for them, completely draining them emotionally. They're abusive to them. And so witnessing that firsthand as a therapist has really helped me to set strong boundaries with people. And we just, no matter who it is, whether it's family, whether it's someone we've been friends with for a long time, we don't let negative, toxic people into our lives. So no, I've never had that, and I would presume that that is why. Thank you, Tenny. What are your favorite and least favorite parts of staying at home? So my favorite part would be that I don't miss anything. I'm here for all the major milestones, and I don't have to wonder how someone else, even someone that I trust, is raising my child while I'm not there day to day. I get to have full autonomy and control over the way that we do things, and I feel extremely privileged to do that. You know, that I can stay at home with my girls. My least... Oh, you okay? Okay. My least favorite part is that this is a job that never ever ends, and there's no end in sight. When you have a job where you're working from home, or even, you know, going to your job and coming home, there's a way to break up the day. You have this job that you do, and then you come home and you see your kids, and even though they're both a lot of work, you get that division of time, of emotional effort. It's just different. I feel like my job never ever 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 ends, and there's no end in sight, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it is really difficult sometimes, especially when, God forbid, the whole family is sick, and so you're up all day and all night for weeks. I have done the go to work thing. I've done the work from home thing. I can tell you, for me, just this is for me, it may not be like this for everyone, and even though I wouldn't change it, the stay at home thing is the hardest job I've ever had. Absolutely the hardest, because like I said, there's just no end in sight. So that's my least favorite part. I have to get creative all the time and find ways to break up the day so that I don't go insane. What are your favorite and least favorite chores? My favorite chore is vacuuming. Even to watch someone vacuum on their channel, on their cleaning channel, I just find it so satisfying. And my least favorite chore would definitely be either unpacking or laundry. Those are the things that, laundry in particular, I actually love doing laundry, but when it comes to putting it away, I just sort of go into mental paralysis because there are so many different items that go in so many places. Yeah, I sometimes freeze up and I'm like, where do I put all this stuff? You doing the video with me now? Okay. Number 4 is, what time do you wake up and or go to bed. So this changes often, especially right now. I feel like I have no recollection of what a normal day is like since I've been pregnant for so long. When I'm pregnant, I wake up later, and then the girls go to bed later because the sleep in the morning is like the best sleep, and I have really bad insomnia at night when I'm pregnant. So when I'm not pregnant, when everyone is not sick, we would normally wake up by 8 or 8:30, and then the girls would go to bed by 9:30. 10-y, sometimes 10, but everything is just jacked up right now. Do you put anything on in the background while you clean, cook? Sometimes. I usually watch other people's channels while I'm cleaning or cooking, but sometimes it's just too much of a distraction, and I'm already so distracted with having 2 little ones constantly interrupt me cleaning or cooking anyway, which is totally fine that they're interrupting. I actually view my cooking or cleaning as an interruption into time with them. So I don't mind that they interrupt, but sometimes just having so many distractions, like something going on in the background as well, it's just too much. So sometimes we have a TV playing. A lot of times we just find silence in the house when we can. You get dressed most days or stay in your PJs? Oh, you got your seatbelt on? Great! So I get dressed most days. Even now when we've been sick, I still, even though I'm wearing like loungy stuff, I'm still getting dressed. And that's another way for me to break up the day. I think I would find it really depressing if I just stayed in PJs all the time. I know a lot of people do that really successfully and love it. I'm not one of those people. I have to find that way to kind of put variance in the day. How often do you do your hair and makeup? Again, under normal circumstances, me and the girls usually get out of the house to, again, you know, add variety, break things up 3 to 4 days a week. And so usually 3 to 4 days a week I do my hair and my makeup. 8, what is your trouble zone or the area in your home that needs the most help? Normally I would say the garage, but right now it's Adelaide's room because we're redoing her room, and I'm putting a new crib in her room, and I am putting a closet organizer together for her room, and so there's just like stuff everywhere. It's so chaotic in there. It's really a high stress point for me. And I was in the middle of fixing all of that and getting it organized and together when we all got sick. So right now my trouble spot is definitely Adelaide's room, but I would normally say that it's the garage. How often do you find yourself getting distracted? Well, I'm always distracted because of 2 young kids. Constantly. I'm constantly distracted. 10, do you enjoy staying home or do you miss going to a job every day? Both. I completely enjoy staying at home. I'm so grateful that we can afford it and that I can do this. And I miss going to my job every day. I miss my job so much. I miss my clients and my colleagues and having adult conversations. I just miss it so much. You guys know that I have a master's, so I was in school for 6.5 years to do what I do, and it was just so much work, and I never regretted it. I loved every second of doing what I do. Yeah, I miss it so much, and I love staying at home. These things live together simultaneously for me. What is your never-ending chore? Definitely laundry and tidying up, since I have 2 young kids. What is your favorite way to relax or have me time? So I have a new favorite way. My favorite way used to be getting into the tub, and I can't now tell you the last time that I made it into the tub by myself. If either one of my girls hears the tub going, even though their dad's trying to distract them, they will try and get in the tub with me. So it's sort of a toss-up. A lot of times now on Chad's day off, he'll watch the girls for several hours while I go to Starbucks and edit videos or just go run errands. And that's sort of my me time. But my new favorite thing, that this has only happened one time, is on my birthday, Chad actually rented a hotel room for me by myself. And I stayed in a hotel room just down the street by myself for the whole night. I took a bath by myself. I laid in bed by myself. I watched whatever I wanted to on TV. I scrolled through my phone without anyone turning it to Cocomelon or Kids YouTube. And that was divine. I think I'm going to start requesting that every birthday from here on out. How often does your husband chip in? All the time. I mean, a better question would be, how often does he not? Because, no, we are partners, and I feel so incredibly blessed to have him as a partner. And we're also very honest with each other about times when we can't give as much. You know, we're both very willing to compensate for the other person if they can't give it their all that day. Chad compensated for me so much during the first trimester when I was so sick, and has done that through every pregnancy, or like with my pregnancy with Tennyson when I was sick the whole time. Basically everything was on him. No, Chad does everything, you know, but we also, like I said, compensate for each other. If he's going through a rough time or if he's really tired, you know, he'll tell me, he's like, I don't have much to give tonight. And I'll be like, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. And we're very willing to do that for each other. So I'm incredibly grateful for my husband. Incredibly, incredibly grateful. He does everything. He chips in all the time. If you have children, when do you find time to do chores? I do chores when they're with me. My kids are young. They're in school. They're not in school. And so they do the chores with me. Tinny actually helps. She has her own little tidying up set with a broom and a mop and stuff like that. And she has her own little vacuum. And so when she sees me sweeping, she'll go get her broom. Or when she sees me vacuuming, she'll go get her vacuum. It's really cute. And she's very willing to help me do things like wipe off the counters. She actually loves that. So yeah, I typically do it when I'm with my kids. Rarely do I do it after they've gone to sleep, because I usually try to take that time to myself. How do you balance being a homemaker and creating blog content? I don't. Sometimes I feel like I have it all in a really good balance, but like this week, there is zero balance at all, as you can tell. Yeah, I really just embrace it. At times when I have a week that I can't post, I just accept it and move on. And when I have an abundance of time during another week, I'll try to create as much content as I can, because I really do enjoy it. But I don't feel like I have really struck that balance yet, just because our life is so inconsistent with how young our children are. You know, I have a less than 1 year old, and Tinny just turned 3. So, you know, their needs and their things they can and can't do for themselves, that changes daily. So it's really hard to balance when you have kids that are this young. We do the best we can, but I don't feel like I actually do have that balance. And that's okay. What is your favorite room in the home and why? My favorite room in the home used to be my art studio, but now that's Chad's man cave and our guest bedroom. And so now my favorite room in the house is our bedroom. It's always been near and dear to my heart, but I really love our bedroom. Just the colors are very soothing. It turned out exactly the way that I wanted it to. It's very easy to tidy up. Yeah, I like our bedroom a lot. What is my least favorite room in the home and why? Right now it's Adelaide's room, and that's just because it's pure chaos in transition mode. Yeah. Do you feel that your home reflects your personal style? Why and why not? Yes, I do feel that it reflects my personal style. Our house is painted in mostly light blue tones, and blue is my favorite color. It just puts me in such a good mood. I love it. The kitchen, I would love for the cabinets to be white. The dark wood in the kitchen does not reflect my style at all. I don't like having dark rooms because it really affects my mood. My surroundings really affect my mood, and so I like to keep things light and bright. But overall, with the exception of the kitchen, I would say that the house definitely reflects my style. Before we had kids, there was zero clutter and there was like minimal decorations here and there. It sort of looks like an empty canvas, and that just helps me to think. I don't like clutter. I don't like for things to be crowded. I've had to get used to that with young kids. But no, I think that our home reflects my style. What does your home smell like? Well, I have one kid potty training and I have an infant in diapers. So I'll let you guess what my home probably smells like. But thankfully, right now, I have a cold and I can't smell it. What are your strong points and weak points when it comes to homemaking? And my strong point is that I really love it and that I'm really motivated to do it. There's nothing else I'd rather do than stay home with my girls, cook a meal that my husband really enjoys, find ways to make my home look nice. There's literally nothing else that I would rather do, even though I do miss my job. I'm really, really motivated about this one also. My weak point, I would say, is not beating myself up when the house is a mess. It doesn't matter how many times I tidy up the living room or Tenny's room. I could tidy it up 7 times a day and it's still not going to be tidy. It takes me 10 minutes to clean it. It takes her 2 minutes to wreak havoc on it. And now Addie is crawling around everywhere, and so there are lots of times when the house does not look the way that I would want it to. And I've really had to come to a place where I'm okay with that, and I don't look at the chaos around me as me being a failure in some way. That for a while was my weak point. I'm getting better at it, but because I can't cook dinner tonight, or because my house is not clean, that doesn't mean that I'm failing at this. That just means that today was crazy, and every day is crazy. But that's my weak point, and I'm a work in progress. I'm still working on that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun answering the questions. Please check out the other channels that I have mentioned. And again, please send us some good vibes, you guys. I think I'm going to go stick my head in the freezer now because everything on my face hurts. Alright, have a blessed day. I will talk to you later. Bye.